Okay, so how do Guy and I make a chicken? We like to spatchcock it. In fact, we like to actually do more than that. Spatchcocking is removing the backbone and flattening, but we go a step further. We cut it in half. So I'm using a very important kitchen tool. Once you start investing in your kitchen a little more is chicken shears or poultry shears. You're going to come from the rear of the chicken. You're just going to cut on both sides of the backbone. Do not get your fingers in the way. All right, there's one side. And you can come down the other from the top or bottom. It's just preference. Okay. These are a worthy investment if you want to cut your chicken in half like that. Now, I take my knife, and most people just turn it over, press the breastbone, and that's called spatchcocking. But here, we're going to take it right down that center piece, give it a good whack, cut it through. No fear, you saw my hands were on top of the knife. So just like that. And now you have two equal halves of chicken. I also like to take off the wing tips so they don't burn. It's not necessary. Okay. And then we'll show you how we place those on our tray. So for me, it's very important when placing it on a cooking tray. We use parchment again, and we put the thighs toward the outside of the tray. And the reason we do that is we want to keep the breast moister, and the heat from the oven will come around the sides and hit these outer portions. So you'll see on both, I'll turn that around for you. You have the thighs facing out, the breasts in the middle. Okay, and then one of our secrets is to take and lift the skin off of the chicken. So you start with really clean hands and lift the skin. Don't pull it off. You're lifting it because we're going to get some wonderful spices under there. Again, lift the chicken breast. See how I'm doing that? Putting my hand under there. Okay. And then we're going to do the same with the thigh, releasing that skin. And I'll show you how we prepare a paste to go all over the chicken. So now we'll do our herb mixture for our chicken that we're going to rub under the skin and over the skin and whatnot. So I have fresh parsley, a small amount of fresh rosemary, a couple of sage leaves, teaspoon or tablespoon of fresh marjoram or oregano, a small bit of fresh thyme, a good heavy teaspoon of garlic. Now I'm going to put that teaspoon of garlic in my mortar and pestle. It's just my favorite mixing dish. Okay, and I'm going to chop these herbs all together. You can bunch them. You can see how I bunch them. Keep your fingers tucked in and cross over as you get close, or you can release your hand. Notice what I did. You can bunch your herbs, cross cut, and then as you get to your fingers, get nervous, lift them and cut so that you, no fear, and just go across your herbs. I spin them so and lay them out, and you can see how I chop across my herbs. I spin them again, I lay them out, and then I cut across. That just helps with evenness. All right, so we're going to add that to the garlic mixture. I like to add my salt in with this, but you can do it on the chicken yourself. I'm going to use one of my favorite just all-purpose chicken seasonings, about a teaspoon, and then a good half a cup of oil, quarter cup, let's say quarter cup. Okay. That is my olive oil blend I make. I take a little olive oil, a little avocado oil, and mix them to create a lighter version for everyday use. Okay, now you'll see how we rub this salt mixture into the chicken. I have my oven at 400 degrees, so that will be ready for me as soon as I get this. Sometimes it's nice to have help when you're doing this. You don't cross-contaminate, but just wash your hands in between. I'm only going to use this herb mixture for this chicken, so it's okay if I dip my fingers in and out of this bowl. Okay, we already have the salt in here, so we're not going to worry about salting the backside. Okay, again, remember your thighs are out. And now we're going to lift the skin, and we're going to put some of the herb mixture under the skin. We're going to put it under the thigh skin and over the top too. This is the secret to really good, flavorful chicken. All right. And so get that herb mixture all over. Great. Now I'm going to wash my hands, but there you go. It's ready for the oven. If you wanted, you can crack some fresh pepper on the top. I think we'll do that. Okay, we're going to put a little pepper, like we said, on the chicken. Why not? Okay, and we're going to put it in a 400 degree oven for, what do you say, guy? 40 minutes? 45, 55? Depends on the size of the chicken. All right, enjoy. Okay, after about 40 minutes, because we have a small bird, our chicken's done. Let's pull it out. See what it looks like. All right. And there you go. Now I added the back to the tray because I like that portion. But you can just save that in the freezer for stock. So, okay. There you go. Let it rest about 8 minutes and then enjoy with your usual sides.